Please welcome Warwick Blamey.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone's well and having a great day. Just to give you an overview of it's Foxvest Group, ATP, Foxfin, and just how we're related to the whole AGOA structure. This geographical focus just gives an overview of where African Trade Platform operates throughout sub-Saharan Africa. There obviously are transactions that happen throughout the northern and western parts of Africa, but our main focuses are throughout sub-Saharan Africa and as far as Ghana on the western front. It's just an overview of who we are, just so you can see where Foxfin sits, which is our financial services business, and African Trade Platform, which focuses on the linking of buyers and sellers of various products. The rest of the businesses are within our structures and do complement each other somewhat. From a Foxfin perspective, it's our team have a depth of experience throughout various industries. From a capital raising M&A perspective, there's just a few of the industries that we do play in. From a skills perspective, our corporate advisory, it's aside mainly focuses on M&As. It's equity and debt finance. And then from further down the value chain from an M&A perspective is our deal origination side. It's sell side advisory. And buy side or focuses. And then from a financial services perspective, it's DDs and financial modeling. It is mainly what we focus on. And then from an African Trade Platform perspective, and this speaks quite closely to the AGOA side. We utilize a platform to link buyers and sellers, and there's a big focus on buyers throughout the US, where AGOA is quite a big part of the value added pitch to buyers in the US, with a reduction in tariffs when sourcing products from Africa versus anywhere else in the world, which gives African suppliers a competitive advantage. Now, one of the key impediments to trade in Africa, and then if you through its trade information, a lot of US buyers aren't aware of AGOA or do not have the knowledge that the tariffs are reduced for the imports of products from Africa into the US, which is going to be a big focus of ours in the webinars to
Warwick, are you
there? We seem to have lost Warwick for a second there. We'll just try get him back online. There we go. His presentation is back. Oh no, that's not his. Let's try and get Warwick back online. So in the meantime, while we're getting Warwick back online, I can explain a little. I'll just repeat actually what we'll be doing. Just to remind you to please post your questions if you have any questions as we go along. And just to sort of reiterate that this is an introductory webinar for the next 6 webinars that we'll be hosting. So your questions as well, obviously you'll have more questions as well once Margaret Waitaka has spoken, who's the expert on AGOA. While we're still waiting to get Warwick online, essentially, oh, there we go. It looks like he's back. Warwick?
Sorry about that. Yeah. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we got you. Thanks.
Perfect. Apologies for that. Lost signal on our side while the generators kick in. So it's so from just back to where we were. It's from a financial aspect. AGOA obviously it filters down into the actual feasibility of each transaction. So for an example, if you exporting, I'll just give tea tree as a simple example, essential oil coming from sub-Saharan Africa. You're exporting that to India. You're paying a 36% tariff as a buyer importing that product, whereas if you're importing it into the US as a buyer in the US, there's a zero tariff on that product. So straight away, it makes products coming from Africa a lot more competitive to buyers in the US, and therefore it's the feasibility of the transaction a lot more attractive. So there does need to be a lot more focus, especially on the buyer side in the US, and that's part of what we'll be going through with our AGOA structures and webinars over the next couple of weeks. Additions to the whole process is the payment gateway that's been set up through ATP to allow almost immediate transactions from around the world to a supplier of a product. So along with the feasibility advantage that we've got from Africa to the US, payment gateways are now being put in place to ease the transfer of funds, reducing the risk for the transaction. So yeah, so that's just an overview of Foxvest Group, who we are, and how we link to the participation from an AGOA side. Thank you.